Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Chuseok edition of 마음톡톡. With us, we have in-house therapist 우리 오정아 원장님과 함께합니다. 원장님 안녕하십니까?
네, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. Hello everyone. This is 오정아 from Chicago Therapeutic Center, Chicago 심신치유센터.
네, 원장님 반갑습니다.
네.
And happy 추석.
해피 추석.
네.
네.
원장님, how is it usually during the Chuseok holidays at your house? Is it like a big family gathering or is it pretty small?
It used to be big, but after COVID, it's like really small gathering.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think so.
I think that's probably I think that's same for us too. My side of the family was usually like even before COVID, it was relatively small in terms of our get together. But after COVID, like because my in-laws, my wife's side, like everybody would come. But because of the pandemic, it had really shrunk. And now whenever we go, 항상 갈 때 저희가 늦게 오는 편이거든요. But when we go, there's like not a lot of people there. So it's kind of sad, but I think that's like the situation a lot of families are in right now. So 원장님, pleasure to have you with us here in the studio for today's 마음톡톡 as we are celebrating Chuseok holidays right now. So what do you have for us today?
So it's the Chuseok holiday. Some people are excited to see their relatives and have a heartwarming time. On the other hand, expats who live in the South Korea may feel different during the holiday.
Oh, that's true.
Right. So here's today's story.
I moved to South Korea from the United States a couple years ago. I've been struggling with deep holiday blues and loneliness during Chuseok. Spending the long holiday alone in my apartment is depressing, and I miss the good times I had with my loved ones on major holidays. I'd like to cope with this loneliness during Chuseok and feel connected to my loved ones even though they are far away. Aww. And this is something a lot of people, especially, foreigners and visitors of Busan, even if you're here for a vacation, 휴가 때문에 한국이나 부산 왔어도 추석 기간 되면 I know I'm on vacation right now, but I know I should be spending this time with my family, even though 추석 is not a part of their national holidays, right? Yeah, so I feel for today's story.
So let's refer to this writer as Mark. I'm truly sorry to hear about the deep sense of loneliness you're experiencing during Chuseok, a time that's meant to be filled with joy and togetherness. It's completely understandable to feel this way when you're far from your loved ones during such an important family-oriented holiday. So, Minsu, what are your thoughts on Mark's situation?
Yeah, I mean, I was in Mark's shoes for just a little bit, not for too long. But, Mark has been here for the past couple of years. And probably for Mark, every major holiday, not just Chuseok, but probably also 설날, when it's in Korea, when it's meant for family, Mark obviously hasn't seen his family during this time. I guess for maybe, what was it? Two holiday rounds. So it was for 2 Chuseoks and actually 1 설날. I was away from my family. But even just usually I would spend that time with my family, but because I came to Korea first before my family, during that time it gets really lonely. Because let's say, I have the days off, I could hang out with my friends. 그럼 친구들이랑 놀면 되지. And then you would call up your friends and be like, sorry, I gotta stay with my family during this time. So if all your friends need to stay with your family, then and you don't have family, I really feel for Mark and what he's going through right now, because this is a time where you really miss your family.
Right, that's true. It seems like Mark is experiencing the holiday blues. The textbook definition of the holiday blues are temporary feelings of sadness or worry that sometimes pop up during the holiday season. So that's all this shopping to do, parties to attend, and this feeling that everything should be super awesome during the holiday, which can be kind of stressful. Plus, you might be missing people you are care about, or old memories from past holidays can make you feel down.
Yeah. So this is something that a lot of people that are away from their families that might be going through during holiday periods. Are there specific symptoms of holiday blues?
The holiday blues symptoms include lack of energy or motivation, tension, frustration, loneliness, isolation, sadness, or sense of loss. You might forget about eating healthy or feel like you just can't get motivated to go outside and be active. It's basically temporary feelings of depression during the holiday season. So this may include the stress and anxiety that comes with aiming for a picture perfect holiday. So, Miss, have you experienced the holiday blues as you
Yeah.
mentioned it?
Yeah, so like you described and how I told you, I went like, a couple Chuseoks and maybe one Seollal without my family here in Korea. And what you described, like not eating healthy. Because like I'm by myself, 그냥 대충 먹자. Right now, just go to 편의점 and buy like ramen and like, 삼각김밥. And like because all my friends said no to me, like they have to be with their families, like there was nothing to do for me. So I just ended up staying like just home, staying in my room and not like going out, eating unhealthy, not going out. And like towards the end, like that's how like one of my Chuseoks just kind of like came and went. And then I would go back to work, right, after the Chuseok period. And it just almost felt like a waste of time for me, right? So yeah, I completely understand. Like Mark going through the holiday blues. That's something that I experienced myself. How about you, Wonjanim? Have you experienced anything like this?
Yeah, of course. When I lived in the States, I definitely felt lonely and isolated during the holiday season without my family and relatives. So I totally understand Mark's situation and can relate to him.
That's right, because during your time in America, like Thanksgiving and Christmas time and New Year's, these are times meant to spend with family. So while you were in the US and your family was back in Korea, I'm sure that's something that you experienced firsthand. Oh, okay.
So here are some questions for Mark to consider to help him better understand his emotions on a deeper level and the challenges in his situation.
Yeah. So maybe for some of our listeners, if you feel like this is something that you're going through, right? You're by yourself during the Chuseok holidays, and you feel a little bit of the holiday blues coming on. These are also questions that you could ask yourself and answer as well.
Yeah, that would be great. One, what specific aspects of the traditional holidays do I miss the most? Two, what self-care practices or activities bring me comfort and joy during times of the loneliness around the Chuseok? 3. What strategies have I used in the past to cope with loneliness? 4. How can I use this period of longing and reflection to deepen my appreciation for my family and the traditional holidays, regardless of the physical distance? 5. What goals or intentions would I like to set up for this Chuseok season in terms of personal growth, connection with my family, and emotional well-being? So self-reflection questions are an essential step in understanding your emotions, identifying your needs, and developing a plan to address this situation.
I see. Wonjanim, for you, what did you miss the most during your time in the U.S.?
I think my mom's cook yeah, is like the Chuseok or Seollal, whatever. Like my mom made some nice dishes that we can enjoy together, and yeah, it's in America like I can eat American food, but I didn't have a car to drive to go to like across Korean restaurants, and so That's the most I missed.
Same with me. It's not only the food, but eating the food together with your family.
Right,
I think
that's
that's what's most
true.
important. Like for me, when I was here in Korea, we didn't really celebrate Chuseok and Seollal in America, but like I said, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So my family in America would get together during these times, and that would be like our substitute Chuseok and Seollal holidays, right? Not just with food, but cooking together, preparing it together,
Right,
eating it
right.
together, and like our family tradition was playing bingo with everybody.
Oh,
Like my parents and my uncle and my aunt would buy like like really super cheap presents from like dollar store. 진짜 싼 건데 like when we play games, like we get super competitive and like we need that like super cheap thing, right? So like I miss that kind of the traditions of eating together and playing games together. That's what I miss the most. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of like the aspects of the holiday traditions that I missed, right? And same with you, food-wise.
right. And I remember when I was in America, I was shocked that during the big holidays in America,
Uh-huh.
many stores, closed.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I thought like in Korea,
Yeah.
like let's say, like Christmas or the holidays,
맞아요.
like they
They're all
everywhere
open, yeah,
open,
because
really
like
busy.
Christmas, New Year's, there are very like commercial holidays here in Korea,
Right.
whereas Thanksgiving and Christmas in America they're meant for family. That's why they close super early and they close for a couple days. So
Right.
if you didn't, buy your groceries, you might have to go shopping at the convenience store,
Right.
right? So food for thought for not only Mark but some of our listeners as well that might be going through this. So 원장님, we always like to provide, solutions or, various options. Is there anything that Mark can do or try?
Oh, yeah, sure. You should set up a video call with your family or friends in the United States. You can even have virtual meal together and share all about Chuseok, a
Yeah.
special Korean holiday, and how it's celebrated. It's a great way to feel close to your loved ones, even they are far apart. It can help you feel less lonely because it's like you are all hanging out together,
Yeah.
even if you are not in the same place with them.
Yeah. You know what I found out these days? 요즘 MZ 세대가 뭐를 하는 건지 이렇게 because even though they're far away, friends they get together online and they go maybe on like a streaming site and they all press play at the same time.
Oh.
So if they want to watch a movie or a TV show together, 이렇게 뭐 넷땡이나 뭐 너튜브에 들어가서 you load it up and they all press play at the same time and while they're video calling each other 딱 그 장면 되면 똑같이 이렇게 반응하고 그러면 너무 it's another fun way to watch movies
네,
together.
네. 오.
So same concept with like Chuseok, even
네,
having
네.
dinner together. Like you tell them, okay, get food ready by this time. Let's call each other, and that's when we just start eating. So with technology, right? I think that's something that we could take advantage of with the technology that we have today. Yeah, hanging out together online is still hanging out.
네,
right?
네.
Good,
갑자기
good
그
idea.
생각이
네.
났어요. 먹방 보시는 분들이
네.
혼자 있으니까 이렇게 누군가 같이 먹고 싶어서 이렇게
맞아요.
먹는다고 하시잖아요.
네.
네.
그 먹방은 이렇게 내가 배고프고 먹고 싶어서 보는 것보다 누구랑 같이 먹고
맞아요.
싶어서 이렇게 많이 시청을 한대요.
네,
Okay,
네,
so that's
네.
something that Mark could try. What else?
Yeah, so you might want to gather other expat friends in the same boat and check out Korean traditional communities or cultural centers nearby. Sometimes they organize events or get-togethers for Chuseok where you celebrate with others who appreciate the holiday's meaning. So it's a great way to connect with a community that shares the traditions and values, and it can make you feel like you are part of something special.
Oh yeah.
So, Minsu, do you have any events during holiday season?
Well,
This Chuseok?
yeah, so I shared with maybe some of our listeners before that my family, like our gathering is not that big. So all we do at home is just eat. And we always look for something to do outside as a group,
okay,
right?
okay.
So maybe a suggestion, not only for Mark, but for those maybe that are listening and you're a visitor to here, Busan. Definitely check out, I don't know, like maybe specifically on Chuseok 당일, right? The day of Chuseok. It might be hard to get into those places, but before and after, I know a lot of museums are open.
Okay.
And during Chuseok holidays, I know they have a lot of events going on. And I know a lot of people, 거기 가서 시간을 많이 이렇게 보낸대요.
네.
가족끼리,
오.
right? So that's something they could try out. But not just that. Like 해운대 수목원, right? The forest that we have in Haeundae, as well as like Hwamyeong 수목원. These are also great places. You know, being out in nature, just being outside, I think will help you feel not too lonely during this time. So that's something
Right.
that they could try
Not
out.
just stay home
Yeah.
by yourself.
맞아요.
Go out
Like go
and
out, get some
explore.
fresh
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
I'm not saying go out and like meet people, make friends, but just being outside around even strangers will help you feel less lonely.
Right.
I feel like.
That's true.
Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, you might think about journaling to jot down or draw how you're feeling and what you're going through during this Chuseok. So writing or drawing can be a helpful way to sort out your emotions and understand what's happening in your life. It can be a great way to let your feelings out and keep a record of your journey while you're living in Korea.
Sure. So writing down what you're going through and
Right.
what you're feeling, that's also a very good way a very healthy way, I feel like,
Right.
to kind of deal with the loneliness that you might be going through. Okay. Any other things that you like to mention, maybe not only for foreigners living here in Busan, but maybe for, just people like citizens, Koreans that might be listening?
Yeah, for Korean listeners, if you have expat friends who are spending Chuseok alone in Korea, how about inviting them to your home?
Yeah.
It could be a wonderful time to introduce them to Korean Chuseok culture, share a meal together, and have a joyful time. So this way, you can create unforgettable memories together, and they will definitely appreciate it.
Oh yeah, be an ambassador, right? For not only Busan but for Korea through this. I feel like just by inviting them into your home, or even maybe just going. Not maybe if you don't feel comfortable bringing like somebody into your house, spending time with them outside and playing like traditional folk games, 뭐 투호, 뭐 제기차기 이런
네네네.
거를 같이 하면 I think they learn and experience a lot about not just those specific traditions, but the culture of like spending time with family and friends
Right.
during the holiday period. Yeah.
So I remember when I was in the States, one of my American friends, she invited me to her home. Like I think it was Thanksgiving Day, and so yeah, we had a meal together and talked, and
Yeah.
so it was. I still remember it was a long time ago, but I still remember their like welcoming and the nice talk and everything that I cannot forget about
Yeah,
it.
it's especially times like 명절 here in Korea where you feel more warmth in your heart and you want to share that warmth. 더 그
Right.
따뜻함을 나누고 싶잖아요. And for those that might get invited to people's homes like you did with your friend in the US, like that experience you will never forget,
Right,
right?
that's true.
So, yeah, this is something definitely to keep in mind, not only for those that might feel lonely and are not from Busan or Korea during the Chuseok holidays, and also something to keep in mind for, just people that have families and homes here in Busan and in Korea. I guess be a bit more sharing,
Yeah.
be a bit more open to those that might feel lonely.
Right.
Nice. 원장님, thank you so much. A very special 마음톡톡 segment that we had with you. Thank you so much for coming in during your Chuseok holidays.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the remaining time with your family
Yeah,
and your
you
friends.
too.
원장님,
Thank you so much.
we'll see you back here next week,
All
okay?
right, so I'll see you next week.
감사합니다. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.